Welcome to the next lecture in electrical machines. We were discussing the synchronous machine, and in this particular lecture we will focus on equation of induced EMF. So what is the induced EMF of a synchronous machine? That derivation we are going to do. So first of all, let us see some nomenclatures. So Z indicates the number of conductors. So number of conductors will be twice the number of turns per phase. So number of turns per phase is denoted by T. Since two conductors make one conductor, so two turns are there. So this is the turn 1 and this is the turn 2. So two turns will make one conductor Z. So twice the number of turns will give you the number of conductors present in the machine. P indicates the number of poles for which the machine is designed. F indicates the frequency of the induced EMF and its unit is Hertz. Phi indicates the flux per pole and the unit is Weber. KD and KP factors we have introduced in the previous lecture, where KD indicates the distribution factor and KP indicates the pitch factor. Distribution factor is given by sine m beta by 2 by m sine beta by 2, where m indicates the number of slots per pole per phase and beta indicates the angular displacement of the slot. Similarly, the pitch factor is given by cos alpha by 2, where alpha is the coding angle, alpha is the degree of the coding angle, that is how much the conductors are short pitched. So n indicates the speed of the machine given in RPM. So let us do the derivation. In one revolution of the rotor, that is 60 by n seconds. So when we give in RPM, it is 60, n is in RPM. So if you convert RPM into second, so that is 60 by n. Each stator conductor is cut by a flux of phi into P, because phi indicates the flux per pole, which is multiplied with the number of poles. So phi into P will be the total flux cut by the conductor. Now we know that d phi we can write as phi into P and dt we can write as 60 by n, that is the time. So according to Faraday's law, average EMF induced per conductor we can write is as d phi by dt, whereas d phi we can write as phi into P and dt we can write as 60 by n. So when we substitute this in this particular equation, we are getting phi Pn by 60. So if we substitute the value of the synchronous speed of the machine, that is 120 frequency by the number of poles, we get phi P by 60 into 120 F by P. In the synchronous machine, we know that the speed of the magnetic field is equal to the rotor speed. So this is the rotating magnetic field speed is equal to the speed of the rotor. So this gives the average EMF as 2F into phi. Now for Z conductors which are in series per phase, average EMF per phase will be given by 2 phi frequency into flux multiplied with Z, because Z is the total number of conductors. This derivation has been done for per conductor. So for Z conductor we have to multiply this with Z, and we know that Z is basically equal to 2T. So this will give you 4 into frequency multiplied with the flux into the number of turns. So the RMS value of the EMF per phase, because we have deduced it for the average value, so we get 1.11 multiplied with the average value. So average value we have find out as 4 times the frequency multiplied with flux into number of turns. So multiplied with 1.11, we get the RMS value of the EMF as 4.44 frequency into flux into the turns. Now this equation is basically for the full pitched winding and concentrated coils. So this is the equation of the induced EMF. So equation of the induced EMF under the condition that there is full pitched and concentrated coil, and this is the RMS value under the condition it is per phase. So we have obtained the induced EMF per phase of the machine. Now the available voltage per phase is basically 4.44. Now this equation has to be multiplied with the value of Kp into Kd, that this the distribution factor and the pitch factor. Then this is the complete equation of the induced EMF which is actually available per phase. Now there is some effect of harmonics. So if we understand what is the effect of harmonics on pitch and distribution factor. So if the short pitch angle or the coding angle is alpha degree, now this is measured in electrical, the fundamental flux wave, then for different harmonics, the value of Kp is given by cos of n alpha by 2. We know that the Kp is cos of alpha by 2. So if we multiply this with n, that is the component of the harmonics, then we get the value of Kp for any harmonics component. For example, if you have the fifth harmonics, then Kp is equal to cos 5 alpha by 2, where 5 is the value of the harmonics. So n is the fifth harmonics present in the fundamental waves. Similarly, if we want to calculate the distribution factor Kd when harmonics are present, then we will be having sine n m beta by 2 by m sine n beta by 2. So here we will be introducing the harmonics component in the fundamental waves. So this is the updated equation of Kp and Kd under the presence of harmonics. For that, the frequency is also changed. When harmonics are present in the EMF, then obviously the frequency will also be changed. Then the updated frequency is Fn is equal to n times the fundamental frequency. So if the fundamental frequency is 50 Hz and if the harmonics present is 5, there is a fifth harmonic present, then the frequency will be equal to 250 Hz for the fifth harmonic. So in order to find the induced EMF, that is 4.44 into 5p into t, which is equal to and multiplied with Kp and Kd. So this Kp and Kd in the EMF equation will be updated due to the presence of harmonics on the pitch and distribution factor. If there is no harmonics, then we can take the value of n equal to 1 if there is no harmonic in the wave. So this equation gives the induced EMF of the alternator, where we have to update the three terms, that is the value of Kp, the value of Kd and the frequency Fn. So we have to update these three terms to find the induced EMF per phase, and we have to note that this is the RMS value of the induced EMF. So thank you for now and see you in the next lecture.